Alright, hey everyone. We got Jamir on Twitch, the Sevenist channel on YouTube. Hey, wait, really? Only 2 people? You would think with a controversial title like this, more people would be. Oh, there's everyone. Fadhila, Rudy, Ak 0007, Jack of Spades, Bluebit, Thomas Likes Game. That epic banana. What is that robot? Okay, so we're gonna be looking at the Devblog 14 for Scrap Mechanic. Before any of you go crazy on me, well, I'm not just complaining about Scrap Mechanic as usual. I'll actually be no, it's not another rant video, scrub. It's I'm gonna be going through the Devblog 14 and just basically giving my thoughts on it. It's and my general thoughts of like the development of Scrap Mechanic as a whole. There are some good things that I have to say, but I think most of the things that I have to say are not so good. Anyway, Santia already unsubscribed. Wow, man. What's that, wait, what's this URL that you're giving me? AS13B? I can't even copy the URL. Oh well. Okay, so let's get right into it. Devblog 14. Do trail makers afterwards. No, I'm gonna be doing this for, maybe about an hour, maybe not even, and then I have to prepare for a multiplayer stream, most likely. Hey Durf, all the mods you are making and have made are the best. Well, thanks. Thanks. Is the Devblog good? Yeah, the Devblog is alright. I mean, contrary to what the title says. Alright, so let's just get into it then. Devblog 14. Here, let me actually zoom in. Okay, greetings, so this is new bot. Anyway, greetings, mechanics. Hear that? Oh my god, I already don't want to read this paragraph. Like, what is this? Anyway, I'm not here to judge the writing style. They clearly just want to get your attention with that. Okay, first putting this runaway train into park for a moment. I'm also not going to judge the grammar. But it seems like they might have actually been watching my last stream with the Goku mod. Because I did talk a little bit about the development of Scrap Mechanic there. And I guess they're taking the advice of not pushing out, I don't want to call them half-assed updates, but they're just not, they're not the game, you know? Anyway, it seems like they're actually going to stop, like put it in park for a moment, and then they're going to focus a little bit more on survival mode, it seems. They toot their own horn a little bit here with, you know, their updates, their recent updates. And they think that, you know, the mechanics that contributed content to their game. Of course, why wouldn't they? And now they're basically saying the same stuff that I was saying, like, well, not really. See, this is the part that this is the part that I don't really get. Like, if it took them so long to actually create the tile editor and world builder, I think that would have been something much better to do after people already have a basic survival mode. Yeah, like they could have easily provided, you know, a default level or 2, and then eventually well, whatever. You've proven that the extra time we took to ensure was definitely worth it. Was it? I don't know. I don't know if it was. Because, okay, so my overall opinion of this... Nyan Man, what are you doing? Anyway. my overall opinion of this devblog is it's more of the same stuff. It's showing off a lot of game elements, but it's not showing a game. And that's frustrating to see. God damn it. Give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, despite my house burning down, I just tore off the, tore off the smoke detector and threw it away. No, I'm just joking. Someone else is attempting to cook. Anyway. Where was I? Okay, so they say, oh, before you ask, survival mode is coming along fine. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I'm not sure it is, actually. I haven't seen any evidence of any survival mode. Like I said, I only have seen... Well, we'll take a look more at the devblog. Like, there's more to show. But all that, all that I'm getting is, all the past devblogs have just shown elements of the game, but not an actual full game. So they say that the, survival mode's coming along fine, but I haven't seen a single indication that there is even a survival mode. Like, it makes me wonder if they've spent all their time just working on the world and tile editor. And it also makes me think, like, are they even capable of making a survival mode? Like, it's been so many years now. I'm wondering if the development team is just capable of making these game elements, which, they're cool, but it's not the game. It's not the game we paid for. Anyway, well, I'm reading the chat too, so don't die, Durf. We need your mods. Jeez. But yeah, by all means, like, tell me your thoughts during all of this stream. I'm really curious what you guys have to say, I mean. And the scrap mechanic development team has grown to match its pace. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe the development team just wasn't capable of doing the things that they set out to do, so they had to go hire somebody that could. We have a new technical art. I don't know if an artist is really what's needed. I mean, the art was fine to begin with. Maybe they just needed a little bit more effort put in, but... That's, my opinion of scrap mechanic has always been that it's been too focused on art, too focused on the look of things, and not enough the function of things, if that makes sense. As well as a level designer who, yeah, that will be useful, because a level designer actually considers gameplay when building things. Okay, so let's flip this update into gear and deliver some more red-hot news bits. Alright, first thing that I see when I look at this, these bottom sections look a lot like MJM's sci-fi seats in his sci-fi mod. Which I'm not sure if that's like a result of the new artist. But it's the first time that I've actually seen a vanilla part look so kind of like boxy, I guess. And that seems like the reason why MJM would have made his sci-fi theme very boxy, was to be different from... I mean, he made his sci-fi pack to look like it fits in the scrap mechanic world, but he also made it look a little bit different to have that sci-fi feel to it. I'm not saying that they copied him, because it's not exact, obviously, but this looks very similar. Oh, wait. How come you guys are not... How come my icon is... I mean, my cursor... What? My cursor's in the wrong spot on stream. That is weird. That's very weird. Anyway, I was pointing to the, hold on. Maybe I can get a picture of a cursor. And I'll just use that. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. This is my cursor now. Alright, so I was pointing right here. This section right here, it looks a lot like MJM's sci-fi seat. Anyway. Let's look down some more. That's actually a pretty cool graphic, so I'm going to hold on to it for a little bit. But one thing that I find interesting is, like, most of these dev blogs, they show... they show some, like, of these notes and stuff that the developers have, I guess. Not notes, but, like, design ideas. To be honest, I'm not sure if, this stuff, this picture here, I'm not sure if that's... like, a part of me wants to think that they drew that just to show for this dev blog. I'm not sure, like, this doesn't look like what developer notes would be. At least not at least not when I'm developing. My notes are just like pure text, and I describe a lot of like visual elements, but I never really draw. See, like, that's what makes me think they're just focused way too much on art instead of function. But anyway, let's move on. Oh yeah, let's talk about what this actually is. It's supposed to be a new craft bot. It's the thing that's gonna help you craft a bunch of parts and stuff. Parts and blocks. Which we're determined to tweak until it's as perfect as it can possibly be. Wow, way to set the standard! I mean, oh my gosh. What, like, when they release it and somebody's bound to think it's not perfect because everybody has a different opinion on stuff. What's that gonna mean then? Right? Like, whatever. I guess it's like just more the same hype, right? Like, they're just trying to make... They're really trying to make everyone think that it's going to be perfect. It's going to be survival mode. It's going to be great. But I don't... Like, showing us the game elements... Whatever. I've complained enough about that. Ah, see, jeez. I mean, if it's an early access game, I'm pretty sure players wouldn't mind some cutting corners in the beginning. Like, you certainly did that with the entire game before. Why not now? Right? Like, give us this craft bot now. As we mentioned before, the crafting must work well if the player wants to craft a single item, or if it's a crafting chain between different craft bots. That's actually going to be interesting. And refineries. But, like, again, I have to remain skeptical. Despite them describing very cool things, I haven't seen any of these cool things. Like, you know, they could have been giving us... Okay, well, we'll get to that. We usually avoid showing things without final graphics since it could give the wrong impression, but we are making an exception to show the code at work. Here's a test with placeholder graphics in action. So is this the craft bot, or is this... It seems there's a new glass pipe system, tube system. I'm not sure if that's a full-sized block. That obviously... Oh, hold on. I forgot to use this cursor. That's obviously not the, what the air conditioning is going to be doing. I'm pretty sure that's just something, a placeholder. I'm not sure what this is. This is pretty cool, and it does illustrate how the chain of craft bots could work. And it would be really cool to, like, make a whole factory and automate stuff. Yeah. I can't really say much more about this. Like, it looks cool, but until I actually have something to play with, I'm not sure I can say much more about it. Next up, we will be adding the models and animation so everything looks nice and neat. Yeah. And this bot, I'm not sure what this is. A crusher bot? A disassembly bot? Refinement, okay. Together with the craft bot, we also want to give you a first look at the refinery that can go hand in hand with a steel sidekick. Cutting down trees, okay. Okay, and then that's how we get the wood blocks. Okay, that makes sense. We've already seen this before. And these obviously seem like a bunch of terrain assets. I'm not sure why they aren't in the game already. Like, people would be having fun playing with this stuff. But I guess they, have to save something so that survival mode looks like it looks like they promised. Which doesn't make sense to me, because... I don't know, man. You're just holding content. Like, the point of early access. Whatever. But this GIF is pretty cool. Oh, hold on. There we go. This GIF is pretty cool. You can see the new running animation that they have. Still no idea why they haven't implemented that into our current version. We could be playing with a potato gun. Clearly. Like, imagine if they just came out with an update and it includes this potato gun. And I can already see the Multiplayer Monday guys having a dozen ideas just to have fun with this. They could have, like, shooting matches where they have to knock down a thing and it goes onto a sensor and you can tell who wins or who scores how many points. It'd be so cool to play with this stuff, but we never actually see this stuff to play with. And that's the frustrating part about this devblog. I almost tweeted to them. Well, actually, we're going to take a look at the tweet, because there's a bunch of people that replied, and there's actually some people that have differing opinions on there, so we'll take a look at that in a bit. Yeah. In an earlier post, we said we were pretty much done with the Spud gun. Whatever. Just, it's so frustrating, because people obviously want to play with it. Okay, one thing that I have mentioned the last stream was that I didn't think that they actually considered what mod makers wanted. And I did mention that, I don't know if it was the last stream, the last Scrap Mechanic stream, or the one before. I did mention that... What did I mention? I think it was that I said something along the lines of their mod support was meant for players to feel like they're mod makers. And the real mod makers, like the people with the actual know-how and talents to develop a game, they didn't really benefit from mod support as much as players did. So, and again, I wouldn't really call it mod support so much as just additional content. People can create custom content for the game. Some people would argue that is what a mod is, but a mod modifies, not adds content. Our new projectile system that isn't physics-based. What are you talking about? It was never physics-based. It was always particles. Oh my god, why are... Like, this is kind of frustrating me because they say a lot of things just to hype the public opinion of their own game, which makes sense. You know, I'm not blaming them for that. But, like, somebody's gonna call you out on your shit if you keep on giving us shit. You know? This is our new particle system, yet back in 0.1.32, there was still a particle system with the ability to fire shots and rockets and have explosions. The Spud gun could have existed in 0.1.32. And there wasn't physics with it. So it was never physics-based. I don't understand. I think this is just a hyping lead-up to say that these projectiles can affect physics. And that's what we see in this in the GIF right there. The great news is that the new system can be adjusted to different types of gun barrel attachments, like shotgun and sniper, and behave differently. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure that was mentioned last Devblog. I don't want to be like too judgmental, but it's kind of hard. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Don't say things like this, Axolot. You're making yourself look like a noob developer. Like, something like this should be pretty straightforward for any developer to do. Okay, yeah, that's neat. Both these features open a lot of interesting creative combat tactics. Yeah, so like I was saying, I imagine already that the Multiplayer Monday guys will have targets to knock over, and they'll be seeing how many points they can get. It would definitely hype up the potato gun a lot, but not if nobody can play it. It says projectile system, not particle system. No, Nyan man, you don't understand. Mod makers, I mean the OG mod makers, before 0.2.0, we already saw the, we were already making custom particles, like the rain mod and stuff like that. So I already, and there was also like a particle tester that they actually had in the game files. Within that particle tester, there was a projectile particle, and that looked like a rocket, or not really a rocket so much as a flaming bomb thing. So it would basically shoot into this arcing pattern, it leaves a trail, and then when it collides, it explodes. And that was just visual at the time, but that's still exactly what the Spud gun is. The potato gun is not a quote-unquote projectile system, it's modified particles to behave like a projectile. Like, that's really all it is. Like, I can change the rain mod so that potatoes rain down from the sky, and they do the little poof thing when they hit the ground. It's not difficult. Like, I can do that mod I can do that mod today. I'm not going to, though, because that's kind of a dumb mod to make. So we hope you agree with our decision on reworking the shooting. No. Okay. This is starting to make me believe that they're saying things that they aren't actually working on to give them time on the stuff that they do actually need to work on, like survival mode. Because, you know, in my opinion, the Spud gun looks already done. It shouldn't be that hard. It's probably one of the easier things to program. So why would they even be discussing this with the community? If not to give themselves more time for the things that they aren't telling you. Like how they don't have survival mode ready. Anyway, on the same note, check out our new French fries shotgun barrel. Yeah, that's a pretty neat concept, yeah. That's not a joke. Let us know if we're going too crazy with these things. No, no, no. It's not that they're too... You're not too crazy, Axolot. Like, this is fun. This is a good idea. But it's just an art concept. Like, I want more function. I want to see more functional updates. But, whatever. That's neither here nor there. This looks like a screenshot. I don't know what it is exactly. Maybe it's testing, what the farm bots would be seeing? Not sure. Or are they all holding potato guns? Are those shotgun blasts? Those are really wide if they're shotgun blasts. Not sure what that is. What's this GIF that I'm looking at? Oh, yeah, look at that. FarmBot AI. I got it. Are they really using just a bunch of ray casting to determine which direction the FarmBot's looking in? I mean, that's going to leave huge gaps in their vision. Like, the farther out you go, these rays are just going to go farther apart. And they're going to leave huge gaps. So... say you were standing right here where the tip of the finger is. None of those bots are going to see you, even though they definitely should. Whatever. It's not... I don't want to... I don't want to keep bashing Axolot. But it's hard. It's hard. FarmBot AI, thanks to a huge amount of gameplay possibilities available to players, developing AI for a game like ours requires programmers with very large brains. You gotta be kidding me, dude. How about you just hire a real programmer instead of a bunch of art students? And even bigger schedules. Maybe. Honestly though, like, even Con Gaming can build AI in Scrap Mechanic. Doesn't take him that long. What is this? And their first task in creating farm bots with enough environmental noose? Not sure what they're trying to say here. To chase mechanics through their creations. Oh, is that what those are in the GIF? They're not farm bot models, but they're player models acting like farm bots, perhaps. Not sure. It's you know, a GIF like this is extremely difficult to tell if it's a person acting out the motions, or if it's actual AI. I mean, I'd be a lot more convinced if I saw a GIF of this stuff in action. This GIF down here, though, it could be redone by people today on YouTube. Like, you can act out farmbots, quote-unquote, following you. As a matter of fact, MJM made a FarmBot player mod. You can play as a FarmBot. That would have been one of the best ways to convince people of your FarmBot AI, but... I'm not going to give them any ideas on how to bullshit people anymore. The new AI is fully working now, with an attack in place. Okay. Okay, I'll take their word for it. Here's a look at one of our tests. Yeah, we already saw the GIF. While we're on the subject of farm bots, we've given them a needed graphical upgrade to fit the new visuals better. Yeah, they did need an update. They didn't change the, They didn't change the They didn't change the graphics of this one too much. This one looks a lot different, though. Mostly the legs, that's what I'm noticing. Just changes in the legs and the body. The bottom of the body, where the legs attach. Alright, terraining day is here. Uh-huh. Right. Is that going to come before survival mode? Like, I'll back up to that other picture where I said this stuff would be fun to play with. Is that what they're talking about? We're going to see all those terrain assets before survival mode comes out? I hope so. Uh-huh, there are now a gazillion amazing parts available to download. Yes, certainly there are. This is one of the things that I actually didn't like about Axolot's mod support. So, before mod support, there was the Grego mod, MJM mod, my mod, and some few others, I think. And it wasn't until, like, people actually basically only used the Grego mod at that time. They would have liked to use the MJM mod too, because MJM, like, actually worked hard on creating very useful parts, like a bunch of new switches at the time. And that sort of took away from Grego's, I don't want to say popularity, but like people wanting to use his mod, I guess. So that's when I decided to put it all together in a big pack, and there was a huge controversy about that, and yada yada. That's old news. But the point is, with that pack together, it was a lot more valuable for players, and that's essentially why they made the mod support, was for compatibility. That got rid of a lot of the controversial issues between mod makers. But it also did another thing, and it let players make a ton of mods. And like they say, there are now a gazillion. That inevitably devalued every single mod part in Scrap Mechanic. It lowered their value tremendously, because there are a gazillion now. And I think because of that, people end up just downloading the mod packs, because that's what was there before. And yeah, there are some new mods, like Lord Pains and you know, new stuff from MJM too. They're all good stuff, so obviously they would be used too. Yeah. I don't think having a gazillion parts to download is a good thing. So, something that I want to do with the Scrap Mechanic Mods website is to not necessarily, because like there's going to be even more parts on the Scrap Mechanic Mods website. So, it's going to essentially lower the value even more. But the goal of the website is to sort of put a focus onto what people want out of mods. So that there's not so many, like, I don't want to call it spam, but the workshop is definitely being spammed with mods that some people don't want to play with. And I don't want to point any out, because that's gonna, you know, cause another controversy. We are guessing that Scrap Mechanic World will never look the same once modders start adding trees, train tracks, and all manner of gibbons. Clearly, they're watching the other mod makers who are already starting with train tracks. There's already a mod. There's like a tropical flora mod. I don't know if they're a custom part or if they are terrain assets, but there's already new trees being added too. Again, this makes me think they watched my stream when I was talking about environment mods, like adding new trees and rocks and stuff. We'll see. Network work. Work. There's a little known secret about Scrap Mechanic multiplayer. Sometimes it can be a little wonky for players who are not hosting the game. No kidding. Luckily, we intend to smash this issue with... Oh my god. The way that they phrase things is frustrating sometimes. Wait. We attend? No. I think he meant intend. The intention to. It's not, like, you're not attending... never mind. I said I wasn't going to judge their grammar or anything like that too much, but clearly that's the wrong word to be using there. So I'm going to assume they meant intend. They intend to smash this issue. And that's part of the phrasing that I don't actually like, because the intention is, you know, everybody has good intentions, but that doesn't make them good people. So just because they have the intention to smash the issue doesn't mean that they're going to. We're currently working on improvements to game networking, and we're looking forward to releasing this fix in advance to survival mode. They better. They better. Yep. Without random teleportation. Okay, so something that I have noticed is people with like a better computer and a better internet connection, they don't have to deal with that issue as much. So I'm wondering if, despite their intention to fix this, or even if they do release a fix for it, is it still going to be terrible for people with bad internet connections? Not sure. Again, we see more of this wardrobe upgrade, but we're not actually seeing anything in-game. We're just seeing more, like, for all we know, this is just in a 3D modeling program, and it's not an actual wardrobe system thing that's in the game. Again, I need to see more functional updates, none of this art stuff. Because anybody can make a 3D model of a dwarf and just have it in their 3D modeling program and render a picture of it. That's super easy to do. But show us a wardrobe system in the game. Show us some function, you know? Pretty new outfits, sir. Premium stock, right this way. Yeah, no. Adding more content does not show more function. Like, I can make, you know, 20 dozen outfits on 3D models, but it's not the game, right? I just feel like a devblog like this is almost like damage control for the stuff that I said on my previous stream. Just because they, you know, whatever. I'm here explaining my thoughts on it. So, our awesome art team. Geez, yep. I'm sure they spent a lot of time texturing and polishing. To make the new updated wardrobe ready for implementation. Again, more of the same thing that I said. It's not even close to being implemented yet. In addition, we picked up on redesigning the main menu for survival. Okay, that's neat. To make it more fun. I hope they don't make it immersive. And better looking. Better looking is good. With extra room for character customization. Alright, Axelot, if you're watching this, I have a suggestion for you. For character customization and like a wardrobe system, have a separate menu for it. Or not like a separate menu, but like you click a button and it zooms into the character. You don't have to like try and fit it all into one screen. You can have a dedicated screen for that. We'll unclassify some images as soon as we leave the wireframe stage. Oh, that, like, a sentence like that just makes me wonder, what are they doing with wireframes? It's like they're trying to use as many inside baseball terms as they can to confuse the average reader to not, you know, to just think that they're working hard. But like, whatever. We'll see what they come out with. This is the painter outfit. Okay. Survival mode. When? We hear you. You hear me? I said by 2019, let's go. That means, like, you know, before January 2019. God forbid it's going to be in December 2019. We can't stress enough that working on survival is basically like working on Scrap Mechanic 2. No, it's not. No. The game is Scrap Mechanic. That's what you promised survival mode. That's what I paid $20 for. That's what I bought multiple copies of this game for giveaways and stuff. And now you're gonna tell, like, no. Obviously, they're not implying that it's gonna be a separate game, but they're saying that it's like a separate game. That it's so, the workload is so much that everything that they've done up until this point, they have to do again for survival mode, which implies that it's gonna take another 4 years. That's not a good implication to make. Committing to a final release date is something very hard for us to do right now. No. If I don't see Scrap Mechanic by 2019, I'm pretty much going to be done with Scrap Mechanic. I'll be focusing on my own knockoff game at that point. And, you know, if your game's not ready to compete, you're going to be left behind. There are so many games that are already... Hold on. Durf, serious question. Would you help the devs with programming? You know, to be honest, I don't think Scrap Mechanic is the right starting base for... Well, look, okay. I guess it depends on the pay. That's really what it comes down to. Because work is work, right? Doesn't matter what I work on, as long as the pay's there. But I seriously doubt that they would... even want me on board. Not to mention that it's probably much more beneficial for me to just work on my own game. Because I do plan on having a polygonal sort of mechanical building game. And one of the main focuses of the thing that I want to make is, well, for example, you know the mod pack polygons. That's basically what the parts that I want to start out with. Except instead of like all the different wedge sizes, I just want to make one wedge, and then just let players scale them to whatever size they want in any dimensions that they want. So you can have literally more parts with fewer things in the inventory, and that would be like, crazy efficient. And for like a creative mode, it would just be so much better. I do plan on doing it in Unity, so I already know that Unity is far better than Ogre, the game engine that Scrap Mechanic is on. And it would be able to do like thousands, tens of thousands of blocks just loose on the ground, and you won't have any drops in FPS. And that's because Unity is great. Unity's great like that. Anyway. So, this committing to a final date thing, like... No. Tell us any date to set an expectation, because like the more we get these dev blogs without any indication of a functional game coming soon, people are just gonna get tired of it. Like it's the same annoying thing every time. Like there's only so many teasers that you can do before people start to catch on and think, oh, you know, another outfit, great, but where's the actual functioning wardrobe? We can't try on these outfits, but hey, you made another cool-looking outfit. Like, are we supposed to congratulate that? It's not... It's just... It's frustrating. It's frustrating. This is the way we want to work on Scrap Mechanic. Since that will guarantee a better survival mode for players... No, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that crap. You can just make a good survival mode from the start. Oh my gosh, many games have their 1.0 already within a couple years of early access. You don't need 4 years. Anyway, we're fully aware of early access games that rush features out and end up disappointing their play. Oh, don't start bashing on other games now. Jeez, I'm sure there are some early access games that do try to rush things out and end up disappointing their players. Or stop updating. Oh my god. No. You're definitely... You look a lot more like that than most other games do, Axolot. Scrap Mechanic, whatever. This sentence should be applied to Scrap Mechanic, not pretending that other games... Like, no. That is not going to be the case with Scrap Mechanic. Okay, fine. I'd like to see some functional stuff this year. Like, it's frustrating. It's frustrating how they try to, like, hype everyone up and do damage control. We are not going anywhere, but we are making a very technically complex game with physics and multiplayer and a lot of complicated functions in our engine. We must make sure that everything is fun and working well. It's also tricky to share our progress on the world sometimes without spoiling too much, since there is a lot of exploration in survival. Not buying it. I'm not buying that crap. I submit to you, Axolot, that you do not... Tricky to share. That you just don't want to share because you don't have anything to share. Like, this, you know, you're showing us this because you don't have a functioning wardrobe. That much is obvious. So you're tricky to share. You're not sharing stuff because there isn't anything to spoil. Like, the spoiler is that, oh, you still don't have survival mode even half done. We hope this explains our philosophy on development. No, I mean, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. This is like trying to talk to someone about a political topic, and they just offer, you know, personal story after personal story, and no facts behind any of it. It's a frustrating thing to talk to. Anyway, we have an awesome team that is making amazing progress every day, working hard to create a unique gaming experience. I'd love to see some more gaming experience, some more function out of the game, better multiplayer. Like, let's start seeing that. That you will hopefully love for many years to come. Maybe. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Scrap Mechanic. Well, Scrap Mechanic as it is right now, it's a fun game. I'm not bashing on Scrap Mechanic. I'm bashing on the development of Scrap Mechanic. It's a very different thing, because, like, there are a lot of cool things in Scrap Mechanic, and it is fun to play with. But like I keep saying, it's you advertise survival mode. Anyway, I said we were going to check out Twitter. Let's see what some people are saying on Twitter. I gotta rush a little bit because I don't know. I might only have like 10 minutes left. Actually, Bird's gonna be late, so I still have some time. Okay, whoops. Where tweet? There it is. Okay. So they announced their thing on Twitter. Lord Payne, he's enthusiastic. Why not, right? Like I said, a lot of the stuff in this devblog are cool things, right? I'm not upset about that at all. But you know, like I keep saying, there's only so many teasers that you can do before the teasing just gets annoying. Really excited to see all these new features in action. Yep, that's exactly what people want. They want to see this stuff in action. They don't want to just see this stuff and how it looks like. That's it, no release date or anything. God, what a huge disappointment as usual. Exactly what I was talking about. There's only so many teasers that you can do before people start catching on and getting frustrated at you. And this is eventually going to lower people's opinion of Axolot. Like, I'm personally starting to question whether or not they're even capable of making the survival mode that they advertised. Which is a scary thought, right? Really, all you care about is the release date? Look at all the content they are showing us and you're still... I think this guy completely misses the point. Like, they've been showing us content. Content, more content, but it's just art. Yeah. Ike's pretty positive. It's astonishing the amount of people who don't know how hard it is to code a full game. Axolot may be taking a while, but that means it will be even better. It will be even better when it's released. That's a misconception. So to all the people who are complaining, stop it, grow up, and understand that things like this take time. And of course, adding the GIF really drives your point home. That isn't how it works. More time does not mean better. If a kid takes an hour to do a math test, it doesn't mean that they got an A. The one with the A is the kid that finished in 5 minutes. That's a very good point. I understand things take time. It shouldn't be a full year since the last gameplay update. Another very good point. This guy got offended, clearly. Have you done coding? That is a good... Oh, okay. That is a good point, I will admit, but sometimes a great gameplay idea could be thought up, or a big... Oh my god, big bug fix near the end of the development cycle. Coding is a very time-consuming process. I can relate to Axolot as I have done some coding myself. Yes, I'm not going to pretend I'm a coding whiz. I'm not even close. I'm still blah, 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 blah. We've had 2 real updates in the last 12 months. One was not a gameplay update. Yeah, so players obviously have a reason to be upset with Axolot. And seeing these updates that are not actually changing the thing that they have in their Steam library, it is frustrating. It's frustrating. I agree the speed of the updates are a little slow, but that blah, 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 blah. I myself am not good at coding. What? What? Up here, you were just like, oh, have you done coding? Blah, blah, blah. And now down here, you decide to come to an agreement and just be like, yeah, well, I'm not a coder, so oh well. I mean, I think this guy's issue, CMDR Vitruvius. I think his issue is that he wants to believe in Scrap Mechanic and Axolot. But, you know, people like this are kind of woken up to the idea that, you know, what you see is what you get, right? Such wonderful insights and visual treats. Viva la Scrap! Another positive comment, and no reason why it shouldn't be positive, because they are wonderful insights and visual treats. That's not my frustration. You know, I'm not upset with the things that they're showing us. I'm upset with the development process. You guys are awesome and have given us a lot of what we wanted, but the thing that I would really like to have is a camera and monitor thing system, maybe. A suggestion? Hell no if they're gonna implement that. You kidding me? They don't know how to create a functioning anything. What makes you think they're gonna add some other function to the game? Like, it makes me think that, one of the original programmers that actually knew how to program functional things maybe left. Maybe they left the development team. I love pipe systems. Please add an opening cinematic when starting a survival world. I'm pretty sure they will. You claim to have guns in August. You took another 6 months to again claim to have guns, but still not release guns. That is some great dev work. Lots of quality updates. Oh, it's the same guy, too. Funny. You get nothing, you all get nothing. Yep, same frustration. Give us the gun, there you go. Another person complaining about the same thing. Really cool, but still no survival mode release date. This is kind of disappointing. So it seems like it's half and half. A lot of people are, you know, just focused on positivity and they're like, yeah, this is cool. And they're not too bothered either which way. But, you know, people are getting tired. People are getting tired of these updates that don't give them what they paid for. And I understand it's like, okay, all those people complaining here, yes, the devs are way behind, and I also finally want what I paid for. What'd I say? What did I say? But do you really want an unfinished buggy game immediately, or do you want a finished, fun, fine working game after a while? In the end, this game should bring us fun. Okay. Okay. Scrap Mechanic is already fun. I'm not denying that at all. And it would still be fun to play with an unfinished survival mode. Playing with a spud gun, like I just pointed out earlier, if we can knock things over onto sensors and have like little game modes, be able to build stuff to, you know, that actually uses the spud gun. Imagine having to shoot a thing to enter a building or something. Like, it's... What if you could attach a spud gun to your vehicle and you press a button to shoot it? Like, those would be fun ideas, right? But... And you don't need survival mode to have that kind of fun. Anyway, why is there an or condition? They should be releasing a buggy gameplay now, and we should have a finished, fun game later. That's how early access works. Yeah, that's exactly... This guy gets it. This guy gets it completely. Just read the meaning of early access on Steam. Yeah, so that's... I actually had that out here because I was curious, but it's the same thing, right? Yeah, it is the same thing. It's how early access work, but I hope survival mode comes this year or this game will die because most of the players will move on to other games. Yep, that's exactly it. There are so many games that, you know, offer the crafting and the one thing that I haven't seen in a lot of games is like the mechanical goodness that Scrap Mechanic offers. Like you can stick a bearing on some wood and create your machine out of basic parts, which is a fun thing to do. But with the FPS drops in the game and, you know, other games don't need that to build up their player base. Anyway, let's take a look at, to do a fully working game, it takes a lot of time. Well, Santi, do you know how long Scrap Mechanic has been? Let's actually see, can we, whoa. Can we go back, go back in the Devblogs. News. All news. Can I sort it by date? Official announcements. Alright, let's go down and see how old Scrap Mechanic is. 0.1.12 was 2016, really? I thought it was older than that, to be honest. I said 4 years. I don't know where I got that from. 3 years, 3 years, you know? Yeah, okay, so it's at least 3 years. Yeah, the beginning of January 2016. So we're already in past the second year on Steam. And look at this, 100,000 mechanics back in 2016. For a $20 game, that's 100,000 times 20 is 2 million, right? Yeah, that's 2 million. And I get that Steam takes a cut of that money, but oh, and I guess, you know, not all of the copies were actually bought at full price. Maybe some were given away. Either way, it's like almost $1 million of funding. You couldn't pay a proper development team? Anyway, I'm like, I don't want to keep on bashing on them because I want this project to succeed, but like, it, you know, unless somebody, okay, here's the thing. A lot of people dislike me complaining about Scrap Mechanic a lot, but do all, you know, the developers, is all that they want to see just positivity? You know, if you go to a YouTuber and you say, oh yeah, this game is great. Oh yeah, this update is great. You want them to say, oh yeah, this update is slightly more great. Oh yeah, I'm getting slightly more excited than last time. Like, that gets old after a while. And, you know, if I was a developer, I'd rather look at the negative stuff on YouTube. Because that's the stuff that I would focus my attention on to improve the game and the game's opinion. The public opinion. Because, like, unless you actually know what the things that people are complaining about, you're not able to actually change their opinion and fix it. Does that make sense? Am I going crazy here? Anyway, I think that's pretty much all that I have to say about this devblog. It's a frustrating devblog. Obviously, there are cool things in it, but we don't get to play with any of it. What do you guys think? I've been looking at chat over, and you know, you've been saying like this and that, but some final thoughts before I end the stream and I have to switch over to multiplayer? Durf is just upset because he knows how big this game could be, but all that has happened is what we got, a game, and nothing we got is what was promised. Yeah, that basically sums it up. Like, this game does have a lot of potential. Lots of potential. Negative equals things to improve. Exactly. Exactly. I don't mean, like, Look, I think the biggest misconception with my Scrap Mechanic complaints is that I dislike Scrap Mechanic, and that's far from the truth. I love the game. I love what this game could be. Yeah, but my reasons for saying all these negative things is because the developers need a good push to, you know, get this shit on the road, you know? Get it fixed. Survival, give the stuff. Good stuff, Gigatron. Good, excellent, well-rounded thought there. Survival, come on, Axolot. I would love to see some functional updates this year. It doesn't have to be a full survival mode. I mean, I did say by 2019, but, yeah. They could make a survival mode by 2019. I don't know why they're not developing fast. You know what? Let me actually show you something. Let me actually show you something. Before I end the stream, I got something really important to show you. It'll illustrate perfectly what I mean. Oh, poop. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Here it is. All right. All right, you see this, guys? Oh, that's backwards. There we go. This was I actually can't. Oh yeah, okay, it was in 2018. Really? That was February the 6th, 2018? That was so... Oh my god. Anyway, hello, look at this. Hello, I got a problem with poopy scrap. I get low FPS. Please fix, I like game. And their response was literally, nah, we playing PUBG at the moment. No fix this year. Maybe next year. No promises. Or next year. Game is pretty fun. Can you believe this shit? And then they expect us to believe this? They expect us to believe their devblog, where they say they're gonna work on the network? Network work? It's just ridiculous, man. Press F for this dead game. No, look, Scrap Mechanic. Well, I was gonna say it's not a dead game, but it's dying, that's for sure. And I'm sure this stream is not gonna help. I'm certain it's not. So, get on it, Axolot. And like, I don't feel good putting pressure on developers, but like, come on, man. There's no excuse. Other development teams have their shit together, you know? They say they are too busy studying potatoes. Yeah, like, it's just... Oh my god, I know that that's a joke, but it's still frustrating for me to read. Alright. So you can go ahead and leave all the dislikes and negative comments that you want, because I'll put this video up on YouTube. Yeah. I understand why people would want to dislike this stream too. But again, I just want to reiterate, like, I don't actually have a problem with Scrap Mechanic itself. I just want it to be better, and it's frustrating that it's not at this point, after so long, too. It's really making me think, like, is it ever going to be the game that we thought it was? You know? Anyway. I think, bye, Gigatron. Yeah, I'm about to end the stream, too, but just before I do, I want to talk a little bit more about the game that I had planned. I did mention before that I was going to make it basically like the Polygon mod pack in Unity engine, so it would be able to support tens of thousands of loose blocks on the ground without any drops in FPS. So like, that's the performance that people expect from a game nowadays. And the main focus of the game that I want to make is that mechanical goodness that I described earlier, where you can just stick a bearing on something and have it rotate. You can build your machines in any way. But the biggest focus that I'm going to have is the actual gameplay experience. So, for example, how there is a collision issue with Scrap Mechanic. Like, there's like if you have too many parts or your creations, they collide in a different way than the terrain assets do, right? Everybody noticed that immediately. Terrain asset collision is far superior to the creation collision. Not to mention, like, even the terrain ground itself is very bouncy, and it doesn't make sense. A terrain asset has a better collision than even the ground does. So there's like 3 different types of collision code in Scrap Mechanic, and that's, you know, it's bonkers. So, and like Unity is a game engine that it'll try to do a lot of that for you, but I'm the type of developer that would want to do it by hand myself. To, you know, I get to see the collision code myself, and I get to tweak it so that it's to my liking. Yeah, so one of the main focuses of the game that I want to make is to basically show Axolot how it's done. That's really what it's like. Anyway, congrats on surviving another year. So yeah, before the stream ends, happy early birthday to me. Oh yeah, okay. Happy birthday, Jack. Jack of Spades. Turning 15. A magical time of your life. Where you start getting all weird feelings when you look at boobs. Anyway, I think my commentary has devolved into inappropriate stuff, so I think it's time to end the stream. Hopefully you guys were entertained at least, and hopefully we get to see more better updates from Scrap Mechanic this year. This is all really cool, but I want to see some function. Anyway, that's gonna be it for now. I have to stop this stream and I'll set up for my next one. Bye, guys. Wait, what? What are you telling me to continue for? What are you talking? Oh my god, chat's going nuts. No. I have to prepare for my next stream, so I gotta go. I gotta go. If you want to hit up my Discord, ask any questions or whatever, hit up my Discord. Yeah, I'll see you later, though.